I'm guessing there's a bunch of divers out there just like me who, as we're getting older, we're finding we're having to hold things further and further away from us to be able to see in focus. And underwater, the same thing is starting to happen. Your gauges maybe aren't quite in focus as they used to be. You're looking through your camera lens and you can't tell, is this picture I'm about to take in focus or not? We can put a bifocal lens inside here so we can see everything in crisp, clear focus, up close and far away from us. That's what we're going to talk about today. How do we set up and order a dive mask with a bifocal prescription in it? Welcome to Everything Scuba. Hey guys, welcome to Everything Scuba. I am Lyle. Today we are going to talk about getting older and not being able to see as well. Are you getting to a point where you're having to, you can't actually get your dive computer far enough away from you to be able to see it in focus? For me, it was my camera. I'd look down into my viewfinder and I couldn't tell whether the camera was malfunctioning and it wasn't getting things in focus. No, it's me that's malfunctioning and my eye wasn't getting things in focus. I've worn glasses for a long time. I've tried the contact thing multiple times. It takes me a half hour just to put one contact in my eye and it just feels like I got a rock in there the entire time, so I've stuck with glasses. So when it comes to dive masks, I've always worked with people to try and install a prescription lens inside my dive mask. I've worked with a variety of different companies over the years buying prescription dive masks, but one of them stands head and shoulders above the rest, and that is Prescription Dive Masks. Linda Young and her staff out of La Mesa, California. They do a great job. They care about what they do. This is not a paid or promotional video for them. I just really dig working with them. I've ordered multiple masks from them over the years, and then most recently I got set up with some bifocal masks which work awesome. So one nice thing about working with a company like Prescription Dive Masks is you can order almost any mask that you want to wear and they will then custom make the lenses and bond them inside the mask. So this is one of my dive masks that I had, Prescription Dive Masks, install a custom bifocal lens. This is a sea dive mask. It has the ray blocker lenses on it, but I find them very comfortable. They've got a really nice soft skirt, a little bit of an oversized nasal pocket for guys like me who maybe have a little bit of a nose. Let me show you on the inside what we're going to take a look at. So inside the mask, I know there's some glare here from our lighting, but I hope you can see what I'm going to point out. But we have the prescription lens that is bonded to the inside of the original lens that came on the mask, and it's been cut to the shape of that lens. Right here, if you can see it, there is a line that separates the bifocal magnification area of the lens from the single vision portion of that lens. The nice thing about having a custom mask prescription made is you can decide where you want this line to be, so you can maximize the amount of magnification depending on what your purpose is. So to get the mask ready to send in, there's a few things that you can do at home ahead of time that'll make their job a whole lot easier, take the guesswork out of it for them. And that is, first we're going to set up what's called our interpupillary distance, and let's show you how to do that. The distance between the center dark point of your eye on each side. I know that my interpupillary distance is about 72 millimeters. That is on my prescription that I get from my eye doctor. The thing that we need to be careful with about our interpupillary distance though is our faces aren't exactly symmetrical. So I know my interpupillary distance is 72 millimeters, but that doesn't mean to say that your eyeball is going to be exactly 36 and 36 on each side. I know mine actually has a slight difference. So the best way to do this is to put on your dive mask, wear it normally, and have a friend sit in front of you while you're looking straight ahead, head level, and they're going to take a marker and they're going to mark, as they look at you, the center point of your pupil on each side and make a dark mark right where you think that's going to be. The next thing we're going to do, because this is a custom dive mask, is we're going to make a decision on where we want the bifocal line to be. And that's going to vary by person to person and the function that you want this mask to have. So for me, for example, I want to be able to see through my viewfinder on my camera, and so typically I'm going to want to have a little bit more bifocal. It gives me a little wider field of view into my lens, but when I look up, I want to be able to look through my lens in a single vision and be able to see in the distance. So the nice thing about this is without tilting my head, I can simply look down through the bifocal and I can see my camera, and I can look up and I can see that shark ahead of me that I want to take a photograph of or some video of. So I'll show you how we mark that out so that you can tell the prescription dive mask folks where you want that bifocal line to be. You want to make sure that that bifocal line is going to be below the level of your pupil, because you don't want to look straight ahead and be looking through your bifocal. You're not going to see anything in the distance that's going to be in focus. But how far below your pupil is kind of up to you. But for photographers and videographers, generally the lower 30 to 35 millimeters of the lens is about what you're going to aim at, and then the upper portion is going to be single vision. So we're going to use some simple tape. This is just basic old tape that we're going to apply to the mask in the position where we think we need it on both sides. Now that you have your mask all marked up, you've got your interpupillary distance and you've marked the line where you want the bifocal to be, you're actually going to put the mask back on your face and you're going to wear it while you're using the equipment, camera, video camera, look at your gauges, whatever it is that you plan to want to be able to see in focus up close to you. So for me, it might seem kind of goofy, but I laid on my bed in that horizontal position that I would be in the water while I was holding my camera. So I held my camera in front of me with my mask on my face, and then I looked down. So without having to tilt my head, I should be able to look down and see through the fuzzy part of the tape and have a good wide field of view of my viewfinder. Then when I looked up, I could see through the single vision portion without the bifocal portion interfering with my distant vision. Obviously, the folks at Prescription Dive Mask, Linda and her staff, they've been doing this for many years, and you send it in marked up and it looks a little goofy, they've got enough experience to know that they're going to give you a call and they're going to make sure that things are done right for you the way that you want. Check out prescriptiondivemasks.com. I'm going to drop a link down below in the description to that website, or you can always call Linda and her staff, discuss with them what your needs are. I've been nothing but happy with what they've done for me. I've got a variety of prescription dive masks and phenomenal people, phenomenal service. We have done a video previously talking about all of the different options when it comes to prescription dive masks. Click the link down below me. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out.